Did you know buying a snowblower isn't as easy as it sounds? There's gas models, electric ones, single stage, two stage, and all that can get confusing. So I did the hard work for you, went on through tons of models, compared specs, and looked at what real users had to say. And I came up with this list of the 5 best snowblowers you can buy right now. And if you find something you like, I'll leave links to all the snowblowers in the description below. First up is the PowerSmart DB7109A, which I ranked as the most affordable. And don't let its low price fool you, because it can handle a lot more than you would think. And that's because of its 212cc 4-cycle OHV engine. It's strong enough to clear around 2,400 pounds of snow per minute, which is pretty useful, especially if you have a large driveway. And it's able to do that with its 24-inch clearing width, which, by the way, lets you handle snow up to 12 inches deep. So even during a full day of snow, this should be fine handling it all. And this blower can shoot snow up to 45 feet, which is impressive at this price point. And since it's a 2-stage blower, the steel auger chews through ice and packed snow while the high-speed impeller blasts it out fast. And since it's self-propelled, you won't have to worry about pushing it through heavy snow, and you can get 6 forward speeds and 2 reverse. And there's even an LED headlight, so it's easier for you to see if you prefer clearing your snow at night or super early mornings. And here's what Smithy had to say. Was leery at first to put a snowblower together, but the price was just right. Looked at local snowblowers that were put together but way too expensive, so gave this one a try. Glad I did, as it was not very hard to put together. Great instructions, and once I put it all together, it started up quickly. Great quality and has more functions than the expensive put together snowblowers. Shipping was fast and packaged well. Very pleased with this product. Next up is the Ego Power Plus SNT2807, which I ranked as the best cordless snowblower. And this thing is built to perform like a gas-powered blower, except without the smell, maintenance, or pull cord frustration. And for starters, this thing runs on 2 56-volt 12-amp-hour ARC lithium batteries. And on a full charge, this should be able to clear a 32-car driveway with around 8 inches of snow. So if that doesn't impress you, then this might. You get a wide 28 inches clearing width along with a 21-inch intake height, so this will power through deep and wet snow with no problem. And the steel auger combined with a high torque motor means you can throw snow up to 60 feet away, which is crazy compared to the previous blower on this list. And of course, you can always control the direction of the chute with the electric joystick. So you can rotate at a full 200 degrees or tweak the throw angle in seconds. And just like the other options on this list, this blower is also self-propelled, and you get tons of speed options. And on top of that, you shouldn't have any problem with the tires since they're massive 16 inches. And one more useful thing you should know is the handles. They're literally heated, so if you're someone who gets cold hands easily, then you'll love this feature. And here's what Christopher said. Anything Ego is awesome. They make the best products. I have many Ego machines. I bought this snowblower to complete my 3 snowblower set. I have a gas-powered one for thick snow over 8 inches and ice, and a smaller 1-battery SKIL unit for my deck only. This one will be used for 8 inches or less for my 2 driveways, which are 190 feet by 80 feet long. Super quiet and so many features on it. I love it. The turbo mode is awesome. You can control the speed from the auger. No other blowers has this feature at this size and weight. Overall, I highly recommend this to anyone. You get what you pay for. Next up is the DeWalt DC SNP 2142Y2, which I ranked as the most compact cordless snowblower. And this is something you get if you want something easy to handle, but still strong enough to clear a solid path. And right off the bat, you'll notice it's not as large as others on this list, but it still pulls its weight. This blower can clear up to 16 parking spaces with 6 inches of snow on a single charge. And this is going to be powered by 2 12-amp-hour flex-volt batteries. Now you should be aware that the clearing width is narrower than big 2-stage monsters, so don't expect this to be super fast. But for driveways, walkways, or tight spots, it should be able to do that with no problem. And because of its smaller size, you can move around easier with it, and even fit in some tighter spots. It can toss snow up to 40 feet, and the electronically controlled chute lets you change direction with a single paddle. And the brushless motor keeps things efficient and powerful, and you get 2 modes to work with. Eco mode to save battery when the snow's light, and max mode when things get heavier and you need more muscle. So knowing when to use which one will make your cleaning more efficient to get the job done right. And because it's a single stage design, it's much lighter than the gas models in the same price range. So lifting, storing, and loading is going to be much easier to do, and you won't even need an extra set of hands. With this kit, you can expect the blower, 2 flex-volt batteries, and a charger. And here's what Miller had to say. I'm very pleased with this. The only downside is I got it toward the end of the snow season, but you never know when it comes to March. I used it for my 20-car parking lot in the city when we get about 2 inches of very wet snow. Not a storm I would usually bother clearing, but I wanted to test it. It worked very well even in the heavy slushy areas. I think it will handle a foot of normal snow someday with no trouble, and I love staying in the DeWalt family so I can use the batteries for all my other tools. The batteries mean serious business, so very pleased with these as well. They will definitely be pulling double duty with my chainsaw, and I would love to get the DeWalt mower this summer and will only need the tools, so that will be a nice bonus. Next up is the Ryobi RY40870, which I ranked as the best value cordless snowblower, and this one nails that sweet spot between power, runtime, and price. So if you don't know what to get, you can't get wrong with this model. It delivers more power than a 252cc gas blower, which is pretty wild for a cordless setup. It runs on 4 40-volt 6-amp-hour batteries, and on a full charge you get around 30 to 45 minutes of cleaning time depending on how deep the snow is. And with a 24-inch clearing width and a 21-inch intake height, it's sized just like a gas 2-stage snowblower. It's self-propelled with variable speeds and both forward and reverse, so you're not dragging it uphill like a stubborn sled. And with dual brushless motors, it chews through wet, heavy snow without bogging down. And the all-metal auger and 180-degree chute can throw snow up to 55 feet, and you get quick adjust levers to control direction and height. For comfort, you've got heated hand grips and a bright LED lights. And here's a big plus. This one's part of Ryobi's Whisper series, meaning it's roughly 35% quieter than gas models, so you can actually hold a conversation while using it, which is rare for a machine throwing snow halfway across your yard. And here's what Brad said. Very happy with this snowblower after a winter with just over 9 feet of snow. Being half the weight of my gas snowblower was not a problem at all, and the ability to control the auger speed was amazing for controlling where I put the snow, as my double driveway means the yard is small. A 4-car driveway with a very heavy snowfall required changing out the 2 batteries with very little power left. And finally, at number 1 is the Ego SNT2405, which I ranked as the best 2-stage cordless snowblower. Now this is the second Ego blower on this list, and for good reason. It runs on 2 56-volt 7.5-amp-hour batteries, and together they got enough power to clear an 18-car driveway with about 8 inches of snow on a single charge. And that's pretty hefty for a cordless blower. You get a clearing width of 24 inches and a 20-inch intake height, so you're moving a serious amount of snow each pass. And just like others on this list, it's also self-propelled with variable speeds using both forward and reverse. So using this is going to be very easy. Now the variable speed auger lets you decide how aggressively it chews through snow, so you can tone it down for lighter powder or crank it up when it's packed and heavy. And it can throw snow up to 50 feet, and the chute rotates 200 degrees with a rear deflector to fine-tune your throw direction. The build is a mix of heavy-duty steel and weather-resistant composite, so it feels solid and long-lasting. And those 4 LED headlights make early mornings and late-night snow removal actually manageable. And here's what Steven said. This is an excellent snowblower for residential use, and an excellent value for all you receive in the kit. Setup out of the crate is simple. 4 bolts to attach to the upper handle and 1 bolt to attach to the discharge chute, each with large knobs for easy tool-free assembly. From unboxing to first use was about 40 minutes. The controls are very intuitive and ergonomic, especially if you are familiar with other Ego products. I have the 21-inch self-propelled lawnmower. The discharge chute adjustment handles are a bit stiff but are easy enough to work with a single hand. Importantly, the chute does not wander or change direction during the use and can easily be manipulated to put the snow exactly where you want it without having to bend or stop moving. And that's all for today. I hope this list helped you choose the perfect snowblower. And if you find something you like, don't forget to check the description to find the links to all the snowblowers mentioned in this video. Thanks for watching.